Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to change your life, you have to start by changing your mind. Just like your body needs a detox to stay healthy, your mind needs one too, especially if you're aiming for success. We live in a world filled with noise, negativity, and distractions. From the moment we wake up, we're bombarded with information, some of it useful, most of it not. And if we're not careful, our minds become cluttered with doubts, fears, and limiting beliefs. So how do you detox your mind? Start by being intentional. What are you feeding your mind? Is it uplifting or is it draining? Remember, the mind is like a garden. Whatever you plant, it grows. If you plant weeds, you'll get chaos. If you plant seeds of growth, you'll get abundance. You can't build a mansion of success on a foundation of mental clutter. Clear it out. Replace gossip with goals. Trade distractions for discipline. Let go of what's not serving you. And once you clean up your mental space, something beautiful happens, clarity. And with clarity comes power. Success doesn't start in the bank account. It starts in the belief system. Detox your mind and you'll see your life follow. Guard your thoughts like you guard your wallet. Negative thoughts are like weeds. They grow without effort. Positive thoughts need planting, watering, and nurturing. Fill your mind with books, ideas, and voices that lift you up, not pull you down. If you're always around complainers, don't be surprised if your mind starts complaining too. A clean mind is a result of consistent, daily effort, not random bursts of motivation. Regularly ask yourself, is this thought helping me or hurting me? Doom scrolling, gossip, and comparison are the junk food of the mind. Replace don'ts with do's. Don't say I can't, say how can I? Shift from limitation to possibility. Feed your faith, starve your fears. You can't grow confidence and fear in the same soil. Success is an inside job. Once you clean the mind, the outer world becomes a reflection of your inner world. What occupies your mind shapes your life. If you think about progress, you'll start moving toward it. If you dwell on problems, you'll start sinking into them. It's simple, but not always easy. The mind doesn't ask whether the thought is good or bad, helpful or harmful. It just takes it in and gets to work building your reality around it. Imagine this, your mind is a factory. The thoughts you allow in are the raw materials. You send in fear, doubt, worry, guess what that factory produces? Stress, hesitation, missed opportunities. But send in ideas, goals, gratitude. Now that factory gets busy producing creativity, courage, and solutions. Most people don't realize this. They let anything enter their mental space, complaints from others, bad news from the media, or their own inner critic, and they wonder why life feels heavy. But once you take charge of your thinking, things begin to shift. You'll start seeing opportunities where there used to be obstacles. You'll speak differently, walk differently, and show up differently because your thoughts are now working for you, not against you. So ask yourself daily, what am I thinking about most? Because that's the direction your life is heading. Keep your mind focused on growth and success will be the natural result. Not overnight, but inevitably. Thoughts are seeds, plant the right ones and your harvest will surprise you. Negative thoughts don't need permission. They don't need water, sunshine, or careful planting. They just show up. Like weeds in a garden, they grow wild, fast, and without effort. You don't have to invite them, they find their way in. All you have to do is nothing. Leave your mind unattended for a few days and you'll see. Doubt creeps in, worry takes root. Fear starts to spread. Before you know it, your mental garden is overrun and the good things you were trying to grow, confidence, peace, purpose, are being choked out. Now here's the key. You don't beat weeds by complaining about them. You beat them by pulling them out. One by one, thought by thought. You catch them early before they grow too deep. And then you replace them with something better, something worth growing. It takes effort, yes. But it's the kind of effort that pays back in peace, in progress, in success. Tending the garden of your mind isn't something you do once and forget. It's a daily practice. A small act of discipline that separates the average from the extraordinary. If you want a life full of beauty, joy, and growth, keep the weeds out. And if they show up and don't panic, just get to work. The garden is yours to take care of. Your mind is like a computer. What you feed into it determines what comes out. If you put in good information, inspiration, wisdom, ideas, what do you think you'll get? Better decisions, better habits, better results. But if all you're feeding it is noise, gossip, drama, and junk, you're programming failure without even realizing it. It's no mystery. You can't watch negative news for hours, scroll through distractions all day, and then expect clarity and confidence to show up out of nowhere. Life doesn't work that way. Garbage in, garbage out. Gold in, gold out. What you listen to, what you read, who you spend time with, it all counts. Every conversation, every headline, every opinion you absorb, it either builds you or breaks you down. And the scary part is it's subtle. You don't always feel the damage right away. It builds up over time. Like erosion, you don't see the rock disappearing until one day it's gone. So if you want to change your life, start with what you allow into your mind. Make it a habit to choose wisely. Listen to people who challenge you to grow. Read things that stretch your thinking. Tune in to voices that lift you higher, not pull you lower. The quality of your input is one of the most powerful things you can control. And once you clean it up, once you start feeding your mind the right material, the outcome takes care of itself. Better thoughts lead to better choices, and better choices, that's where success begins. You can't expect to grow roses in a swamp. No matter how good the seed is, the soil still matters. The same goes for people. You might have talent, vision, ambition, but if your environment is full of negativity, drama, and small thinking, it's going to slow you down. Maybe even stop you. Take a look around. Who are you spending time with? What kind of energy surrounds you? Are you in a place that encourages growth or one that celebrates comfort? Because the truth is, environment doesn't just influence you, it shapes you. Silently, slowly, every day. Spend enough time around complainers and you'll start finding more to complain about. Hang around people with no drive and suddenly your dreams start feeling too big. But place yourself in a room with thinkers, doers, readers, builders, and you'll feel yourself stretch. You'll talk different. Think bigger. Act sharper. Sometimes the biggest breakthrough doesn't come from learning something new. It comes from walking away from what's holding you back. That old crowd, that stale routine, that toxic space that looks harmless on the outside but is quietly draining your potential. Protect your environment like you protect your goals. Choose people who fuel your fire, not those who pour water on it. Choose spaces that push you forward, not ones that pull you down. You don't have to be the smartest in the room. But make sure you're in a room where people are reaching, striving, becoming. Because that kind of energy, it's contagious. And once you get around it, you'll never want to go back. We all want the results. The success, the freedom, the confidence, but the path to all of that runs straight through discipline. There's no way around it. Discipline is the cure for almost everything that's holding you back. You've got a cluttered mind. Discipline clears it. You feel unmotivated. Discipline shows up whether you feel like it or not. You've got dreams with no action. Discipline is what turns intentions into habits and habits into results. C, motivation is a spark. It gets you started. But discipline is the firewood. It keeps the flame going long after the mood is gone. You don't have to feel amazing every day, but you do have to show up. You do the thing even when it's boring, even when it's uncomfortable, even when no one's watching. That's discipline. It's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. Small steps done daily. Waking up a little earlier, saying no to what doesn't serve you, sticking to your word. These aren't dramatic moves. They're quiet ones, but over time they build a foundation so strong, life has no choice but to reward it. And here's the beauty of it. Discipline doesn't take away freedom. It creates it. You gain control over your mind, your habits, your future. You stop reacting to life and start designing it. So whatever the problem is, procrastination, self-doubt, distraction, just remember discipline is the cure. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it. Every now and then you've got to pause and take a look under the hood. Not just your schedule, not just your bank account, your mind. What's going on up there? What thoughts are you carrying around every day? What beliefs are running the show? See, most people are careful about what they eat, what they wear, what they spend, but they never stop to check what they're thinking. And yet your thoughts are the steering wheel of your life. If your mind is full of fear, doubt, blame, and distraction, don't be surprised when your life feels like it's going in circles. That's why it's so important to take mental inventory. Ask yourself, what am I thinking about lately? What kind of attitude have I been walking around with? Am I focused on what I want or stuck on what I fear? Am I building myself up or tearing myself down from the inside? Because here's the truth, you can't fix what you don't face. And sometimes the biggest weight on your shoulders isn't what's happening around you, it's what's going on inside you. Taking inventory isn't about judging yourself, it's about checking in with honesty. Catch those unhealthy patterns early. Replace them with better ones. Start being more intentional about what you allow in your head because your mind is prime real estate. I don't rent it out to every worry, every criticism, or every leftover story from the past. Make it a habit. A quiet 5 minutes in the morning, a moment before bed, just you and your thoughts. Because a clean, focused mind, that's a powerful tool. And success, real success, always starts there. Success isn't just about what you do, it's also about what you stop doing. Some people work hard, read books, set goals, but they're still stuck. Why? Because they're dragging around toxic habits like anchors and they wonder why they're not moving forward. Toxic habits are sneaky. They don't always look harmful at first. A little procrastination here, a little scrolling there, one more excuse, one more I'll do it tomorrow. But it all adds up. These habits are silent thieves. They steal your time, your energy, your potential, and they do it slowly so you don't even notice until something important slips through your fingers. Maybe it's that morning routine you keep breaking. Maybe it's saying yes to things you know you should say no to. Maybe it's the way you talk to yourself, always second guessing, always assuming the worst. Toxic habits don't just affect your actions, they affect your identity. They shape the person you become. But here's the good news, you can change it. Right now, you don't have to flip your whole life upside down. Start small, one habit at a time. Replace the late nights with rest. Trade the endless social media scrolling for 10 minutes of reading. Instead of complaining, practice gratitude. Instead of blaming, take responsibility. Because every time you eliminate a toxic habit, you make room for a better one. You clear the runway, you gain speed, and pretty soon the momentum starts to build. Success isn't buried under some secret strategy. Often it's just buried under a pile of habits that don't belong in your life anymore. Sweep them out, lighten the load, and watch how much faster you rise. Most people walk through life with a mental list of what they don't want. I don't want to be broke. I don't want to be tired. I don't want to fail. And while that might sound reasonable, there's a problem. Your mind doesn't work well with negatives. When you constantly focus on what you don't want, you're still giving it energy, still feeding it attention. And what you focus on grows. So if you're always thinking about what to avoid, what to fear, what to run from, you end up circling around the same problems instead of moving toward a solution. It's like driving while staring in the rearview mirror. You're going to miss the road ahead. Now here's the shift. Stop filling your mind with Don Sand. Start filling it with do's. Instead of I don't want to be late, say I will be on time. Instead of I don't want to fail, say I will learn, I will grow, I will succeed. You replace the dons with a clear, positive direction. Give your mind something to go toward, not just something to avoid. This isn't just about positive thinking, it's about intentional thinking. It's about planting seeds that can actually grow into action. The mind needs clear, forward-moving instruction. And when you speak with clarity and purpose, your actions begin to follow. Every time you reframe a negative into a positive, you take back control. You stop reacting and you start leading. So check your language. Watch your thoughts. Replace the fear with faith, the excuse with effort, the complaint with a commitment. Because success isn't just about removing the wrong things, it's about moving boldly in the right direction. And that starts with what you tell yourself every single day. Fear is natural. It shows up in everyone's life. It's that voice inside your head that whispers all the reasons why you can't succeed, why you'll fail, why you're not good enough. But here's the thing, fear doesn't hold any power over you unless you give it power. And too many people do. What happens when you feed your fears? They grow. They multiply. They become louder, more convincing, and more controlling. Before you know it, fear starts dictating your decisions, your actions, and ultimately your life. Fear paralyzes potential. It traps you in the what-ifs and keeps you from stepping forward. But there's another way. Instead of feeding your fears, feed your faith. Faith isn't just about religious belief. It's about believing in possibilities, believing in your ability to overcome, believing that there's more to you than your circumstances or past mistakes. Faith is your inner strength, your belief in the unseen potential that you hold. The secret to growing faith is simple. You have to nurture it. Focus on what's possible. Surround yourself with people who believe in you. Feed your mind with thoughts of success, not failure. Seek out books, experiences, and conversations that remind you of your strength and potential. It's a choice. Every day you have the opportunity to feed one or the other. You can choose to let fear fill your thoughts, or you can choose to fill your mind with courage, hope, and the belief that you are capable of more than you know. When you make that choice, when you choose faith over fear, something amazing happens. Your actions start to reflect that belief. You move forward with confidence and you start to see results that were once unimaginable. So starve your fears by refusing to feed them. Turn your attention away from what could go wrong and focus on what could go right. The more you feed your faith, the more it will grow, and the less power fear will have over you. Because faith is stronger, faith moves mountains, and faith will always lead you toward success. Success isn't something that just happens to you. It doesn't come from the outside world, from luck, or from the right timing. Success starts with you. It begins in your thoughts, in your decisions, in your actions. It begins inside your mind, inside your heart. You can have all the external tools, money, connections, opportunities, but without the right mindset, they're useless. The most important investment you'll ever make is in yourself. If you're not prepared internally, if you're not ready to handle success, then all the circumstances in the world won't matter. Think about it. Every great achievement begins as a thought. Every breakthrough starts with a belief, and that belief grows and shapes who you are, what you do, and how you respond to the world. If you believe you can succeed, you will act accordingly. If you believe it's impossible, your actions will follow that belief, and you'll find ways to prove yourself right. The people who truly succeed are the ones who've mastered their own minds. They've built the mental and emotional strength to weather setbacks, to face challenges, and to keep going when most others would quit. They understand that success isn't just about the actions you take, it's about the person you become in the process. The world will throw challenges your way. There will be times when things don't go as planned, when it feels like you're stuck. But success isn't about the absence of difficulty. It's about the ability to rise above it, to find solutions when others are looking for excuses. And that ability starts from within. It starts with how you see yourself, how you view your potential, and how you handle adversity. So if you want success, don't look outside yourself. Don't wait for the right circumstances to come along. Start by working on yourself. Build the character, the discipline, the mindset, and the confidence to handle whatever life throws your way. When you change on the inside, the outside world will begin to change to match. Success is an inside job, and it's up to you to start the work. Success doesn't happen overnight, but it does happen over time. And the one thing that consistently shapes your future is your habits. What you do every day is who you become in the end. Small positive habits like getting up early, reading, exercising, planning your day compound over time and lead to massive results. On the flip side, bad habits, procrastination, neglecting your health, wasting time pile up and hold you back. Success isn't built in a moment, it's built in the quiet, consistent actions you take day after day. Your future is written by the habits you choose to cultivate. So start today, choose the habits that will lead you to the person you want to become. Everything in life is a result of choices, big or small. You are where you are today because of the choices you made yesterday. But the good news is you can always change your path by changing your choices. Every decision you make adds up over time. The key to success is to make conscious, positive choices that align with your goals. Choose to focus on growth, choose to step out of your comfort zone, choose to invest in yourself. The future you desire isn't far away, it's just waiting for the next choice you make. Start making better choices today and watch how quickly your life begins to change. Success isn't about the resources you have, but the resourcefulness you bring to the table. Your mindset is your most powerful tool. If you have a growth mindset, you see every setback as a lesson, every failure as an opportunity to learn. If you have a fixed mindset, you'll see obstacles as barriers that are too hard to overcome. Your mindset determines how you approach challenges, how you deal with criticism, and how you respond to success. The way you think about the world directly influences the world that shows up for you. Cultivate a mindset that says, I can do this, I will learn, I will find a way. Success follows those who believe they can achieve it, and those who work with a mindset that refuses to quit. The people you surround yourself with will either lift you up or drag you down. If you want to succeed, seek out people who are positive, motivated, and who believe in growth. Find mentors who have been where you want to go and peers who are equally committed to reaching their goals. Success is a team sport. You can't do it alone. When you're around the right people, you'll find that their energy, enthusiasm, and wisdom rub off on you. And when things get tough and you'll have the support system to help you push through. Choose your circle wisely and always make sure the people around you are pushing you forward. Failure isn't the opposite of success, it's part of the journey. Every successful person has failed, often many times before achieving their goals. The key is not letting failure stop you. Instead, use it as a stepping stone. When you fail, you get a chance to learn, adapt, and grow. The most successful people aren't those who never fail, but those who fail and then get back up and try again. Failure doesn't define you, it refines you. It teaches you resilience, grit, and determination. So don't fear failure, embrace it, learn from it, and keep moving forward. Failure is not the end of the road, it's simply the beginning of the next step toward success. Success begins with clarity. You can't hit a target you can't see. Without a clear vision of what you want, it's easy to get distracted by the noise of life. Having clarity about your goals, your values, and your purpose gives you direction and focus. It's like a map that guides you through life's twists and turns. When you know where you're going, every decision you make is aligned with your destination. Take the time to get clear about what you want, whether it's in your career, relationships, health, or personal growth. Without clarity, you're just wandering, but with it, you have a powerful force driving you forward. If you're uncertain, take a step back, reassess, and get clear about your vision. Once you do, everything will start to fall into place. Many people get caught in the trap of waiting for the perfect moment or until everything is perfect before they take action. But perfection is a myth. The key to success isn't doing everything flawlessly, it's showing up day in and day out and doing the work. Success isn't achieved by one big leap, it's built in the small, consistent steps you take. Whether it's writing a page a day, exercising for 30 minutes, or dedicating time to learning, small actions consistently taken compound over time to create remarkable results. They don't focus on perfection, focus on progress. Progress, no matter how small, is the key to unlocking success. Consistency is what keeps you moving forward even when you don't feel like it. Stay consistent, and the results will come. Goals are important, but without self-discipline, they remain dreams. Self-discipline is the ability to control your impulses, stay focused, and keep pushing forward even when you'd rather quit. It's what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who talk about them. Self-discipline means you do what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. It means prioritizing long-term rewards over short-term pleasures. Discipline is about making tough choices, staying committed, and staying true to your word no matter how hard it gets. It's not always easy, but it is always worth it. If you want to turn your goals into reality, you need to develop the self-discipline to see them through. The more disciplined you are, the closer you get to success. Gratitude is a powerful force. It's easy to focus on what's wrong in your life, to dwell on setbacks and obstacles. But the truth is, the more you focus on what you lack, the more you'll feel stuck. Gratitude shifts your perspective. When you choose to focus on what you're grateful for, the people in your life, the opportunities you have, the lessons you've learned, you immediately start to attract more of what you want. Gratitude opens the door to abundance, to peace, to clarity. It helps you appreciate the journey, not just the destination. The more grateful you are, the more positive energy you bring into your life. Cultivate a habit of gratitude every day. Write down 3 things you're grateful for. You'll be amazed at how this simple shift transforms your outlook and attracts success. So often we spend energy worrying about things outside of our control. We stress over the economy, other people's decisions, or past mistakes. But the truth is, you can't control anything outside yourself. The only thing you have full control over is yourself, your actions, your attitude, and your responses. If you want success, stop wasting time on things you can't change. Focus on what you can control, your mindset, your choices, your work ethic. When you focus on your own growth and improvement, you stop giving power to the things you can't control. The more you focus on yourself, your own progress, your own actions, your own mindset, the more empowered you become. It's not about controlling the world, it's about controlling yourself and your own journey. Too often, people fixate on the end goal, the destination, and forget about the journey. Success isn't just about reaching a certain place or achieving a specific goal. It's about who you become along the way. The lessons you learn, the growth you experience, and the person you become throughout your journey are just as valuable as the destination itself. In fact, the person you become on the way to success is what will sustain that success once you reach it. Embrace the challenges, the struggles, and the victories along the way. They are shaping you into someone capable of sustaining the success you desire. You don't rush through the process, enjoy the journey, because that's where the real growth happens. Success isn't a destination, it's a journey, and it's in the process that you find the real rewards.